Pablo Escobar's Naples Estate was home to a massive private zoo, and now his 4 prized hippos have multiplied into 100 wild hippos that terrorize local farmers. Escobar was reportedly worth as much as $30 billion when he was alive, and he used that money to make his expensive estate into a theme park like Wonderland, with car collections, a sculpture park, and even his own zoo filled with exotic and mostly illegal animals. Now this estate has been turned into a real theme park by the government, and the property that was once worth $63 million is now a strange homage to Escobar's unique lifestyle. Pablo Escobar's expansive compound was known as Hacienda Napoles, which is Spanish for Naples Estate. The property was both owned and built by Escobar, resulting in the utmost privacy and tons of excessive luxury. The 7.7 square mile estate was estimated to be worth about $63 million and was full of strange attractions, but most importantly for Escobar, it was secluded. Hacienda Napoles is nestled in Colombia's natural landscape, far away from any cities. Escobar and his men ran their billion-dollar empire there, with soldiers located along the major roads and highways to preserve the utmost level of security. But if you did have a chance to visit the sprawling estate, you would have seen all kinds of interesting and unique things that Escobar chose to spend his money on and enjoyed showing off. There was a large collection of vintage and luxury cars and bikes, a bull ring, and even a kart racing track. Escobar also had his own private airport, and the estate's entrance was decorated with a Piper airplane identical to the one used by Escobar to fly his first shipment to the United States. There was also a huge Spanish colonial house on the property, as well as a strange sculpture park. But the most unique and Escobar-esque attraction of all, that has to be the complete zoo that included all kinds of animals collected from different continents. There were zebras, camels, rhinoceroses, antelope, elephants, giraffes, hippopotamuses, ostriches, a number of exotic birds, and a few tamer animals like horses and ponies. Because when you're a billionaire with your own compound and money to burn, why wouldn't you want your own personal petting zoo? But of course, not all of Escobar's animals were legal. Actually, a majority of them weren't. According to reports, he smuggled in the elephants and giraffes, as well as his 4 large hippos which were imported from America in 1981. Escobar didn't enjoy his massive animal collection all alone though. He also used the zoo as a way to give back to the community and allowed the public to wander the grounds freely. It's fitting then that a version of the park is still enjoyed by the public today. After the Colombian police eliminated Escobar in 1993, his family entered a legal battle with the government over his sprawling estate. The government ultimately won, but the cost of maintaining the zoo and animals was deemed too much. The government decided to donate most of the animals to zoos and wildlife parks around the world, and the zoo was mostly emptied, but not completely. By November 2006, the property had officially passed to the Colombian government and was valued at 5 billion Colombian pesos, or approximately $2.23 million US dollars. In 2015, the government renovated and reopened the estate as a Jurassic Park-style theme park. The animal section of the park, referred to as Hacienda Zoo, has far fewer animals than Escobar did. There are bison, some goats, 1 ostrich, and a few zebras. But the small theme park has actually been pretty good for the local economy. There are hotels, gas stations, and restaurants around the park that wouldn't exist if it wasn't for all the visitors. But while the repurposed Escobar estate has some benefits, there is one major problem. Escobar's 4 hippos have multiplied, and they're almost impossible to get rid of. After Escobar's passing, his 4 hippopotamuses escaped and became feral. The 4 quickly multiplied and spread into neighboring rivers and lakes, with the majority of them choosing to enjoy the Magdalena River, about 18 kilometers 11 miles from Hacienda Zoo. By 2020, there are anywhere between 65 and 100 hippos roaming the area, with about 40 estimated to still wander the theme park itself. Even in Africa, these hippos have no natural predators once fully grown, except for the rare brave lion. The large adult hippos roaming Escobar's estate are hard to control, and they're often aggressive. Fishermen have complained that they keep from accessing the river and even take out their livestock. One solution would be to move the hippos, but that's proven to be way too expensive. One young hippo was moved to a Colombian zoo in 2018, but it cost 15 million pesos, or about 4,500 US dollars. One other hippo was apparently captured by the authorities only to escape from the vehicle mid-transit. Since hippos can weigh over 3 tons, it's no surprise that even culling the population is difficult. The government has even tried sterilization, but so far they've only been able to sterilize 10 of the smaller hippos. There are a few benefits to the hippos though. They stimulate the natural ecosystem by funneling nutrients from land to water and revitalizing the river's ecosystems. Their constant munching also helps maintain the plant life, but they've definitely taken a toll on the farmers' livelihoods, and within a few decades there could be thousands of them roaming the rivers. While the government is still trying to figure out how to exactly take care of this not-so-little problem, there's no denying the huge effect Escobar's zoo is having on the country more than 25 years after his passing, and it's possible that Pablo would be pleased to know that his prized pets are still making the news. Would you ever visit the park that once belonged to Pablo Escobar? Would you be brave enough to check out the wild hippos? Let us know in the comments section down below. Plus, don't forget to click that like button if you enjoyed this video and subscribe to TheRichest for more. Thanks for watching and we'll see you next time.